Hello and welcome back to Rollercoaster Tycoon, where we are looking at the latest expansion of our park infrastructure, for one, and we are also looking at the area in which we are going to build our next ride. Which, well, at the end of last video, I wasn't really sure about how I was going to do that, but fear not, ladies and gentlemen, I have come up with a plan. A plan that will be quite grand, if I may say so myself. And, yeah, it will hopefully lure in quite a few guests to the park. Not that we are doing too poorly on the whole guest attraction thing, though this isn't looking that good. But then again, it's only like 6 tiles of path, so, you know, if there's like 10 guests coming into the park on this, we're doing extremely well. In any case, like I was saying, yeah, we're going to build stuff over here, and, excuse me there. Before we get started with that, we need to do our regular vandalism check. That is ever so important to keep up the really high ratings of the park. Well, it's not even 999. That's a surprise, really, because usually at this time we end up having such ratings. Is there like a section of destroyed benches or not emptied litter bins or something of the likes? No. Okay, I guess the park's just not good enough then. That's hardly a surprise, considering that all that we have really is water fountains and a hell of a lot of rides. Cool rides, that is, but yeah. And yeah, in any case, we also need to check the profit status of our rides. How is it that we're doing in the profit department? The Black Goose. You are not making a profit anymore. At least not much. Right, I think it is about time, yeah, that we drop the price on this one. Quite drastically. What are the ratings? Medium ratings. It's not really that expensive to operate, so if we can get people going in here for 150, I think it will be about break even, which means it will still lure in the guests, you know, and have a few things to do for the people, but, well, you know, it's a slow going ride, so I can't really have the price to be too low, or it will really become a money sink. And, well, if there's one thing that we don't have an abundance of yet, it is money. Now, the go-karts, huh? Because that is what we, well, what we really need to work on. By the way, the Smack Wave. Yeah, that has some decent popularity. Don't really know why nobody's going on it, but what are the people thinking about this? Can't afford. Smackwave was great. Maybe that's just, you know, a quiet period of not many guests walking past it. Like, you know, there are those periods. Could happen. In any case, what we need to do is we need to build... Ooh, we get a haunting mansion. Ooh. Right. We're gonna build the go-karts. Yes, yes. It is going to be a grand design go-kart, you know? And with that, I don't mean like grand in terms of ratings, because a go-kart, you know, for a go-kart to have a grand rating, that is like next to impossible, but we're gonna try our best, of course. Let me see, we'll pull this one back. We don't really need to go this far, it's just that what I would like to do is use a shared exit. So I guess this would do. Can we still have... No, we cannot have 12 cars. That's a shame, because I do want those. Excuse me, I had to sniffle and snuff a little bit, so I thought, you know, best pause the game. Now we do have 12 cars, so now we're in business. Right, what we're gonna do is before we get to hooking this all, or before we get to building the whole track and all that, we are going to have this hook up over here. How is that for controversialness? Then we're gonna do something equally controversial over here. Okay, perhaps not like that because of issues. Maybe it will work over here then, as it does. Very nice, very nice. Alright, so it is now time to build the track. We are, of course, going to make this a very, very interesting track. For one, we're gonna go over here. I guess what we should do then is go around here. Like this. And then perhaps we shouldn't really go that close, I feel. Go up like this. Yes, alright. We'll drop down once again. Only to find ourselves going up after a few tight corners, of course. And then we will go down. And then we will go up once again over here. And then we will make a nice move like this. Wow, this is quite a long track. I'm fully aware of that, but now comes the unorthodox section of it. Look at that. That's not something that we do a lot of in this park. Come on. But, well, you know, I thought it'd be cool. So, there we go. Controversial track building with me. Damage the Tycoon. And I guess that's it. I guess that's us hooked up. Is this a bonkers mad go-karts track, or am I just, you know, totally fan of my own design? Neither of which is, you know, far off the truth, by the way. Race mode or continuous mode? I don't know. We'll try out continuous mode. I mean, I don't know really. Race mode seems so much cooler. We'll go race mode, you know, screw it. Because that's just cooler. Now, we'll open that up, so we at least have, you know, something going. And we'll also add a few more benches over here, as well as a trash can. And the handy dude, who can also help keep this area over there clean. Right, very good. But this is not all of it, you know. This is not the final setup of it, because what we're going to do is build another one. Yep, you've seen that right. We're gonna build another one of these go-karts, and well, we can't build that over there, but we can build it back over there. We're also gonna use the shared exit ID, though perhaps not with the same setup as we have over here. Would be cool though. Maybe we can still work something out. But as with the previous one, we're going to hook it up first. Yeah, with the queue and exit. There. I think this is pretty cool actually. Now with these queues going up, I think it does add some uniqueness to this. No, that's not what I wanted. There. That should be the right way. Let me see here, because we need... What would we need? Well, I guess if we were to go into such an, I don't know really, I might convolute everything over here right now by doing this. But I don't know really. Well, I'm gonna, this is with the exit track in mind, or the tracks leading up to the exit in mind especially. So I'm not really sure about this right now, because I don't really have a plan for it over here. I have a vague plan, but it's looking awfully sketchy right now. I fear that that one has to go for it though. Now we do have something that could work, but well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. First, let us get the track out there, of course, and we will start out in the same fashion that the other go-karts did. But from here on, things will differ greatly. For starters, we're gonna go up straight afterwards. Now, I was worried, when thinking about this, that this ride over here would not be able to pass through here, but what I forgot, to think about is that of course this ride can pass through, because these water mobile things, they can travel below things that are just one tile high. So like the two side tiles, next to the track, I mean, they're also valid for at least these scooter things to pass through. So yeah, there's no problem at all. Well, there is one, which is this huge body of water, but other than that, nothing in the hand, as they would say in my language. Now, how are we going to do this? I guess the best way would be to just go over here, and then, I mean, this isn't really, the same, but this does not need to be the exact same copy. Oh, I don't really like that. I don't want something to be built over there. Well, we will follow the tracks for this section. And there's no real harm in doing so. Over here, though. Look, so what we did basically was we made a big loop. And it's not really the greatest design, but it's something. Then do we have? No. I was for a moment there. I was hoping that the new. Oh, I was actually on the go-karts. That's interesting. So I was one of the first to go on the go-karts. Interesting, very interesting, all of these developments. Actually, I need to go one further to the side so that we can. Oh, yeah, so that we can have something that goes down like this, in this fashion at least, and down some more. I mean, I know I said I wanted tunnels over here, but in the end, really, I don't think that is gonna happen. There is still the possibility for it, but, well, chances are getting smaller, now that we have this go-karts going over there. Right, this is the more difficult section. It's not gonna work. No! We need this to work. Alright, and let me just quickly stare at this for a moment, Yeah, that's a really good video making damage. You just go and stare at things, right? No, but I need to, in my mind, think of a way how I can figure out how I can get this to, I don't know really if that's even possible. I mean, I need this to drop down too, and at the same time I need to make that curve over here, but I need this straight section, and then how else am I going to get the path over there? What we could do No, because there's this track over here. I was thinking of raising up the path, you know, and then going below it earlier, but that also ain't an option. The only real option that I see... Yeah, alright. I found a solution, ladies and gentlemen. It's not the most efficient one, but it's a solution nonetheless. There. Right. I know we're trapping gas right now, and that's very bad. You know, you tycoons that are trying to learn stuff from me, never do this. This is bad practice, especially when you cannot remove the path afterwards. However, what we're gonna do is this: we are going to extend this path even further. We can then remove the both of these. There, done. Right, okay, so what we can then do, and this is, you know, how we will make this curve. Look at that, as if this is also an awesome go-kart track. As if this was made by the same tycoon, you know. Look at this, man. You know, there is a small piece in me saying like, it would have been much cooler if it interfered a little bit over here, you know, like all the other rides do interfere. But it does interfere with the path, you know, and a little bit with the slide and things. Yeah, so, yeah, it's a go-kart after all. So, yeah, no, it's good, it's good. It's also going to be race mode. I know that it cannot be synchronized, so I'm not really bothered, you know, with that. But I just think it's cool, you know. How cool would it be if it was synchronized? Yeah, and I think this is pretty awesome, you know. The go-karts. What are the ratings? 5.31. Success. I can only imagine that this one will be similar when it comes to ratings. So yeah, a big success for us. We're not done with them just yet. We do need to paint them, and they're both of them go-kartsies. How about, you know what, I'll leave the game running for a little while, just so that we can gather up a little bit more money. We'll go with black supports. Over here we will go with dark red and grey supports. Oh, the grey doesn't really look good. White supports? I don't know really. I guess we'll also go with black supports. It just doesn't really, you know, have a bluish theme to it. But well, not everything needs to be blue and ice and whatnot. So we will call this one Epoxy. I wanted to name something, you know, another ride like that before, but I got the other one, you know, for this one. They're a pair, you know, these go-karts. So Epoxy and Hybrid, I think, are very fitting names. Now what we also need, I just realized, because, you know, I was changing the path over here, I might want to replace all these back. I mean, this is, you know, almost becoming like a new mini section of the park. Yeah. You know what, maybe I should place some no entry signs here and there. Actually, that was a rather stupid sign to place. I guess it should be more like this. This way we're really like, you know, guiding. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my good grief. What is the handy dude doing in this section? Handy dude 11. Now that can't be you. Are you trapped somewhere else? Wow. First of all, let's replace all of that, because that is just bad. Let's replace the trash can. Wow. It's a miracle that nothing else was demolished, really. What we do need is a new handy dude whose specific duty is to clean all that stuff up. I don't know where the other handy dude is, but Yeah, wow, look at this, man. This area is bad, you know. It's getting hammered, really, with vandalism and with... Wow, look at that. I bet, though, that this is all like, you know, the after... You know, the day after of this very bad section over there. I can only imagine it being so. I also suspect, yeah, they have demolished benches, didn't they? Yeah, those definitely were demolished. I'm just checking, you know. Wow, that was a bad section, man. Now, handy dude one, why don't you come over there and clean stuff up? You know what we should do? We should really check who is to blame. That's handy dude 14. Well, you are in the right area at least. Oh, and it's our light posts even. Do you see this? These are demolished light posts. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen those. Well, maybe in one of those parks that has vandalism as its special thing, but wow, that was bad. That was really bad. And look at this, man. Now that we've addressed this issue, all of a sudden the park ratings have just gone like through the roof. Good. Well, that was also sorely needed. This is an area that needs attention. I can't really blame this coaster, really. All I can blame for it is handy dudes, to be honest. But man, I mean, what was that needed badly? Right. Okay. Eggheads, we need to check on you. The circus show, the spiral slide. Whoa. What have we gotten in the gentle right department? Oh, it's just the haunting mansion and the spiral slide. But over here, you know, something like a... Well, I don't know, a slide. A slide is more something we should cram in over here, I feel. But something like the haunting mansion over here, just a gentle ride, you know, to ease off after all these water splash rides and coasters and other exciting things. Yeah. We need a haunting mansion, and we need it right over here, right in the center of it all. Though I say that, we'll probably build it a little bit off-center. There, so that we can just hook that up directly there. We'll place this one extra bench there. Hope it don't get destroyed that quickly, but right. And then we will just hook it up just as easy like the rest of the park. There. Yeah, we probably could get away with a tiny bit longer queue. Something like that. It doesn't need to be too long, not at all. There's nothing to really set over here. Well, other than a price, which we will make $5, even though we know that that is asking way too much. We know it, and we still do that. Because that's just how we are. Oh, alright. Let us see. How will we name this? Now, we could call this... how are we gonna call this? Oh, we got a circus show. I mean, imagine a circus show on the water, you know, where you'd normally have tigers, you'd now have, well, seals, you know, and where you'd normally have, like, elephants, you'd have, hippos, and where you'd normally have, you know, lions, you'd have sea cows and whatnot, you know. Oh, man. No, but that's a circus show. The haunting mansion. We could call this the drowned captain's cabin, or something like it, you know. Something like Davy Jones, you know, who's also like the cursed drowned captain, you know. We could. Is there? I mean, I know that, you know, every ship has a bridge, but there's also like a captain's hut, you know, like a, you know, where the steering and the commands are. I don't really know how it's called, and I should know, because I'm about to become a captain myself with my boat, but, well, that's just a sloop, so it doesn't count. Yeah, how about we call this, the house of the watery grave. Well, that's a mouthful, but I do like how it is, well, you know, quite nice tied in with this whole crating. Also, you know, I almost forgot, almost, let's place a few fountains around the go-karts. Because that will most certainly help increase the ratings. Quite a lot actually, because go-karts, it really is affected by scenery as far as I know. There. Oh yeah, and that there. Yeah, definitely. Now this will block off this area for... That's actually not good. It doesn't matter much really, because there's no real way for the water scoots to get back. And then over there. Because I'm constantly worried about this ride, which, if I'm looking at it, seems to have completely... Yep, it has lost all its popularity. We will quickly adapt to this, and... How is the... Well, I guess 150 should be good enough to keep the peeps going in. It did work over there, so it should work over here as well. Good, well, I think we have added quite a substantial amount of rides to the park, and our guest count is showing for it. All of a sudden, you know, where like a couple of videos ago, I thought that it would be quite a tight deal, you know, we would have to put our game face on when it comes to, you know, acquiring the amount of guests that we needed. Right now, I feel like, you know, it's within an arm's reach. All that we need is an extra 163 guests in the park. That's all. And we have... how much? We have like pretty much a whole year minus half a month for it. Well, I'd say it's time to, well, continue building. We have plenty of space for it, but I don't think we'll have to worry about this park that much. Sure, you know, we're not really that filthy rich, but we can build whatever we'd like right now, and we're going to do so next time, when we play more Rollercoaster Tycoon.